Greetings and welcome to another exciting episode of a Power Rangers theory. Today's topic? I think it's time to try a darker theory. The Dead Space Rangers from KO-35. Power Rangers in Space is a lot of people's favorite season of Power Rangers, including one of mine. Now I've had this theory in the back of my head for a while, ever since I was a kid watching the series on TV. And I started thinking about it recently after watching an interview with the actor who played Andros, the Red Ranger in Power Rangers in Space. The interview was done by the very well-known and popular Power Rangers YouTubers, PRNT. You've probably heard of them, they're really popular. Links to their interview and their channel in the description below. Now, in the video, they ask about the 4 other morphers that Andros has on the megaship, seemingly a perfect fit for our team of Turbo Rangers with no powers. But where did these morphers come from? And where are the previous owners? Well, in the interview, we are told that in the actor's headcanon, the previous owners of these morphers are all dead. But we can take this even further. I believe we can figure out who these Rangers were, when they died, and who is responsible for it. So let's start off with, who are they? I mean, we are never shown previous Space Rangers apart from Zane, the Silver Ranger. But we do know that they were all male Rangers. We can tell this from Zane's first interaction with Ashley, the Yellow Space Ranger, where he states he's never met a female Ranger before. We can also assume that these dead Space Rangers had different colors to the Rangers we know from the show. After Zane gets out of cryostasis, he doesn't seem to recognize any other Ranger apart from Andros. For argument's sake, let's say the colors are green, orange, purple, and gold, since these are all colors from other Ranger teams we've seen. Now on to how they died and who is responsible. Our first suspects, Darkonda and the Beryllian Bug. You see, in the episode The Beryllian Sting, Andros tells of an invasion of insects that swarmed KO-35. Anyone these bugs stung would turn into a Beryllian monster. The episode takes a lot of inspiration from zombie movies. In the episode, 2 of our Rangers get stung and are turned into these monsters. And it's possible that these bugs are responsible for our dead Space Rangers. But wait, I hear you say. Scientists on KO-35 developed a cure and were able to defend themselves against the invading insects and cure all those who had been infected. There is a chance people could have died before they developed a cure, and our Rangers would probably be the first ones to come in contact with any invading forces, though I doubt this killed off all 4 of our missing Rangers. 2 years before the events of Power Rangers in Space, Dark Specter and his forces invaded KO-35. This planet seems to get invaded a lot. We are shown snippets of this invasion in Survival of the Silver, the first appearance of Zane. My theory is the previous Space Ranger team were killed off in groups of 2, one pair during the Beryllian Bug invasion, and the other pair during this invasion, possibly in the same battle that put Zane in a coma. And my main suspect is that same monster, dubbed by the fans as Kerovan-Ouster, whose costume is a repaint of Ghoulam from Big Bad Beetleborgs. He is only seen in Survival of the Silver and Countdown to Destruction, and the evidence we have for him against killing the other Rangers is the fact that he nearly killed Zane. But if he can almost kill one Ranger, what's to say he couldn't kill the others? In the episode Survival of the Silver, in the scene where Zane is badly injured by Kerovan-Ouster, we see that Andros is actually the first Ranger to attack him, stating, "This one's mine," before getting knocked down. Zane jumps in the way, taking the fatal blow that was meant for Andros. But it's that line Andros says before attacking that I want to focus on. "This one's mine," almost sounding as if he wanted revenge. Revenge for another fallen Ranger, perhaps. And in that same episode, before Zane recovers, the megaship's power gets disrupted and Zane flatlines within cryostasis. Andros senses this and works himself into a rage, attacking all enemies surrounding the ship. Now let's do a recap. We know our missing rangers are males from KO-35. We can assume their colors. Let's use the colors I stated before: green, purple, orange, and gold. And I believe that they were killed off in pairs. Let's say, for argument's sake, green and purple died from the beryllium bug. Being rangers, they were probably the first to encounter these bugs, and were not able to get cured in time, or before the cure was developed. The next pair, the orange and gold rangers, I believe they perished in Dark Specter's invasion, possibly in the same battle that put Zane in a coma, but I would wager that it was an earlier battle. But why did I go to all the trouble of coming up with different colors for these rangers? Let's take that hypothetical gold ranger. In my head, I picture him as a color swap version of Zane's suit, with the gold where the silver is and vice versa. I believe that the Gold Ranger was the original leader and not Andros. We see in the first 2 episodes of Power Rangers in Space that Andros prefers to work alone, and it's not till the 2nd episode of the season that Andros decides to give the old Turbo Rangers the Astromorphers, and only after they were ambushed. Andros didn't see himself as someone fit to lead a team of Rangers, choosing a life of solitude and afraid that he wouldn't be able to protect the new Rangers from a fate like Zane's, or worse. Tell me what you think. Do you believe Andros to be the original leader of the Space Rangers? Could our missing Space Rangers have perished in one of these 2 invasions? Or do you think I've looked too far into little details and I am just a rambling nutjob? You decide. But hey, that's just a theory. A dead Power Rangers theory. Thanks for watching, and may the power protect you.